Welcome back with JJ and the Goose for another edition of the First and Short podcast. Tonight we're going to be discussing the AL MVP discussion between Mike Trout and Miguel Cabrera, possible Triple Crown winner. So JJ, what you got? The rookie or the man who might deliver a Triple Crown?
You know, it's really hard to argue against a guy who could possibly get the first Triple Crown in 45 years.
Interesting, because that's exactly what I'm about to do. I got one word for you, JJ. Sabermetrics. Yes, I just turned it into two words to emphasize how important it is. See, your whole Triple Crown argument is based on an old man's view of baseball and what's important, like RBIs. Ha! Everybody knows RBI is a useless statistic that rewards people who come up to bat often with runners on base. Kind of like Miguel Cabrera, who hits in the heart of the Detroit Tigers lineup and penalizes guys like Trout who hit leadoff and don't have runners on base nearly as often. With sabermetrics, it's all about the player and what he does inside the batter's box and on the field, void of other teammates' contributions. I got a little statistic I want to throw out there for you. WARP, wins above replacement player. The idea being how many more wins does this team win because X player plays on it. Would you like to guess what the difference between the WARP of Miguel Cabrera and Michael Trout are?
Let's see. Teams had somewhat similar records. I'll say 6.
No, 2.9. Smaller number than you guessed. Way to shit on my point. But in the realm of WARP, that's a huge difference. And in fact, a 9 for WARP on a season, pretty damn big. In fact, it's historically good. Another number I want to throw out there. Value over replacement player. VORP. 75.9, Michael Trout. Miguel Cabrera, 59.2. Granted, I don't know how the hell they come up with these numbers, but baseball experts and guys who run baseball teams seem to value these numbers a lot more than they do RBIs. And Michael Trout is better at it. And for that reason, I'm going to say he's a better player. Because when you take away the subjectivity of RBIs and statistics that don't really give credit to the player for what he does and really gives credit to what the rest of the lineup does, Michael Trout's had a better season. We just have to move our statistical knowledge into the 21st century and adopt, these smarter ways of evaluating players.
All I'm saying is Cabrera's batting .331, and he's hit 44 home runs. Whatever you want to say about RBIs, you don't need anyone on base to get those 44 RBIs. And plus, he had 139 RBIs.
I would counter that with the fact that Mike Trout has 30 home runs, 26 doubles. He's hitting, let's see here, .325, not too far off there. And he's stolen almost 50 bases this season. In fact, he's probably will get there tomorrow when they play the last game of the season.
Well, here's where it gets fishy. Because the title of the award is Most Valuable Player. And I'm guessing you know where I'm going with this. How valuable was Trout to his team that he led them to a third-place finish in their division and will not be playing in the playoffs, where Cabrera, playing really well down the stretch, is going to lead his team to a division title, and they will be playing next week in the playoffs. So, how valuable was Trout?
Well, I think your point is well taken. I'd like to remind you that a player for the Texas Rangers once won the American League MVP for a last-place team in the division.
Yeah, but A-Rod was making like $252 million to do it. So
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. The voters have spoken. Making the playoffs does not matter. If you can be on a last-place team and win the MVP, winning doesn't matter, obviously, in the most valuable player discussion. No, I think you make a great point. I mean, to me, that's a much stronger argument than the Triple Crown itself, although it is an amazing achievement and something that hadn't been done in over 40 years in American League history. Still, while I do think it's a great accomplishment, it's not necessarily the greatest benchmark to judge a player's season in contrast with someone else. I mean, I think we can both agree that these are two exceptional MVP candidates, and in a normal year, either one would win, and it wouldn't be up for debate except for the fact that someone else is having, one of the best seasons we've seen, in the last decade.
No, and I agree, but the last time a Triple Crown was won, 1967 by Carl Yastrzemski. Yastrzemski won the MVP, so I would say precedence will go with Cabrera. And I also think voters are going to take into account the whole playoff thing. But here's something that's working against Cabrera. Cabrera, average to above average third baseman, I guess we could say. Trout is an incredible fielder. I will definitely give them that.
Well, that's where their difference in WARP and VORP really takes a big shot. You may not know this, but those statistics account for their fielding ability and things out, not just hitting, which the Triple Crown is obviously, it's solely based on one area of the game. So I'll give you there. Again, the stolen bases. I mean, Trout's versatility as a leadoff hitter, I think, is pretty valuable. Miguel Cabrera, probably one of the best hitters of this decade. But that's all he does. He's a hitter. He's a DH who happens to play third base.
Well, he's not Prince Fielder. He's not just taking up space. I mean, he's a competent third baseman. He gets the job done.
And while it's a subjective point, I think you can't get away from the fact that Trout's 20 years old. It's his first major league season. This guy is posting the best rookie season in the history of Major League Baseball. That's got to count for something.
No, I agree, and he will definitely win Rookie of the Year. There's no doubt about it. But I really don't know if that helps or hurts him, to be honest, in the voting, being a rookie.
Should help him. That's my vote.
Your vote. So if you got to vote, you would vote for Trout. My vote would have to go to Cabrera. I'm no Tigers fan, but I just think Triple Crown, how rarely it's been done, I just think it's worthy of being named the league's most valuable player. And I believe that's all we've got for this edition of the First and Short podcast. Thanks for joining the Goose and I, or the Goose and me, I guess I should say. We'll catch you tomorrow. Thanks again.